Welcome to the International Show, sponsored by Star Central and presented by the gentleman of country radio, Mark Eckel, with Australia's First Lady of Song, Shaza Leigh.
And good morning, everyone. Fabulous to have you on board our international show. And this is played every Tuesday right here on Oz Radio Gold, Oz Country Music Radio and AlliedInternationalRadio.com. And Mark Eckel behind the microphone, taking you through for the next hour. And I'd like to welcome to the microphone my co-host, Shaza Leigh. Hi, Shaz.
Good morning, Mark. Fantastic to be with you and all our listeners, and coming to you from Tamworth today.
Yes, absolutely fabulous. I don't know what it's like there, but the weather is beautiful here.
Yeah, we're having some of the best weather that we've had for a few months, so it's wonderful in Tamworth.
And it's wonderful to think that we've got so many great artists coming through Star Central at the moment and doing very well around Australia and overseas. The interview that we're going to have today is evidence of that, because Beverly Sims is going to be waiting for us from Alabama at around about, 3/4 of the way through our show today. So we really look forward to that great lady. Also, something else I've got to tell you is that Levi Coby with his Southern Girl is number one on the Oz and Tiger charts as we speak.
I know, we were so excited to see that, and Levi had hit all the other major charts. He'd top number one in the international, he'd hit the traditional country chart in Australia. He'd basically cleaned up most of the charts, and that final one had eluded him. So he is absolutely over the moon that he's finally hit number one on that one as well. So Southern Girl has been an awesome track.
Yes, and we picked that up first up, didn't we, Shaz? We said that, the tone of his voice and the beautiful lyrics in that song, it had to be accepted by radio.
Oh, totally. It was just a fantastic song. We knew it was going to be a hit for him here in Australia, and it's had magnificent success around the world too, also hit the international chart. So he's had a magnificent run, and really excited to announce that he's going to have a new single coming out very soon also. Yes,
no, you're right on that, particularly on the fact that it reached Oz and Tiger a little bit later than all the rest, because Levi wanted to release this new single. I have heard it, and it's absolutely fantastic. And he wanted to, and I said, no, you're still climbing the charts here. So just to wait a little bit longer, and I'm sure that once people have finished with Southern Girl, then we can release his song. It'll be fantastic. So we might go into Southern Girl right now, Shaza. What do you reckon?
Let's go.
You're listening to a Star Central single release, available to radio stations around the world.
That night at Cowboys, a little bar outside of town, trying to unwind and have a little fun. It was just like some ordinary night, till she walked in with her friends like sunshine. The band started playing George Strait Cross My Heart. I asked her for a dance and took her by the hand. There's somebody, Southern Girl, she'll come along and rock your world, take your breath away, make you want every day. And she's right by your side with the moonlit morning light. It will rock your world. Yeah, there's somebody, Southern Girl. She's no ordinary Cinderella, no glass slipper shoes. Oh, she looks so beautiful in that dress. And those cowboy boots. Yeah, there's somebody, Southern girl. She'll come along and rock your world, take your breath away, make you want every day. And she's right by your side, with the moon and morning light. It will rock your world. Yeah, there's somebody, Southern girl. Home and a dog. Yeah, with her I see it all. There's somebody, Southern girl. She'll come along and rock your world, take your breath away, and you want every day. But she's right by your side, with the moon and morning light. It will rock your world. Yeah, it will rock your world. Yeah, there's somebody, Southern girl. Southern girl.
Star Central team thanks you for listening to another great artist.
You know, Shaza, one thing I know about good songs is you never get sick of hearing them.
No, you like them rattling around pretty frequently.
Yes, it's unreal. That song gets so much airplay, but I just never get sick of it. It's just fantastic. Now, I went on Facebook yesterday, and we've got a very important, or you have too, a very important event coming up, the ICMA. I was watching Donna Marie go through the playlist for that. You might like to tell us a little bit about that, because the LBS studio are going to have a lot to do with this.
We are. The International Country Music, the Independent Country Music Awards, they are run by a team and a committee based in Brisbane, but there's people nationally on that committee. They have been proudly sponsoring independent country music in Australia for many years now. It's wonderful to see that they wanted to move venues this year, and there was an issue with the date. And so our venue, Butler's Auditorium in the LBS Music Complex on Gunnaganoo Road in Tamworth, actually sponsored the venue for them so that the awards could be run as a proper gala awards concert. And these people Donna and her team have done such a magnificent job of promoting the independents in Australia. We certainly didn't want to see them without a venue during the Country Music Festival. So we're really excited to have our business associated and backing them, but it's really beautiful that AusCMR, your radio station, and our two stations, Oz Radio Gold and Allied International Radio, have all banded together as part of the Australian Country Music Network, and we are all sponsoring the awards to make sure that they just go to greater heights and be recognised at the level that they should be.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Is that a ticketed show?
Yes, it will be, and I'm unsure what price they will put that. They never have it as a very expensive show. They make it very affordable so that all country music fans can come and support their favourite artists. They put on a massive concert to go with the awards presentation, and it'll just be a magnificent event. They do it very well, and we're very happy to be associated.
Yes, I was just asked that because of the opening time for tickets, and that'll be, I suppose, December, something like that.
Yes, they will go on sale now that everything's been locked down. They run the awards. We're just hosting the event for them and giving them a platform and helping them support and sponsor, as you are, just promote them. but they will actually run the event, and it's just nice that they're going to be able to have it in a proper auditorium.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic that you've given them the opportunity of that, plus the sound in there is just terrific. And we are looking at possibly a couple of other events at the LBS studios too. Over the festival.
Yes, we are. It's really wonderful that the New Zealand Showcase are going to be putting their show in there. Now, over the years, we have had quite a few of the international New Zealanders putting their shows into our auditorium. It's wonderful that Ali and Therese are going to put theirs into there. They will release all the details later on, but we have that show going in. We always have the LBS Studio Open Day, which actually opens the studio on the first Sunday, and we have a huge roster of talent goes through that program. And then we have the Wall of Honour concert on the Monday morning. And we do those two major concerts every year, and we're speaking to different promoters at the moment to work out what we're going to put in on the other days. But we're actually going to be elevating the amount of shows that we have back in the auditorium, and we're looking at moving forward and lifting it again. It's always just been a home for LBS music, but now we're actually opening it up as an opportunity to other artists to run major showcases in there.
And I'm so pleased you're doing that, because I think the space is absolutely perfect for independent artists, but for visitors that want to come in, because you're all close and cosy. It's not like, and I shouldn't mention this, but the town hall, where you can get lost in space, and you can have 200 in there and it looks as though it's empty. It's just nice to be in a confined space, and I think that studio, your auditorium is absolutely fabulous for that. We might play Anthony Baxter, because Anthony will be in that show somewhere along the line for sure.
He will be. He'll be appearing on several of the shows because Anthony actually records for the LBS Music label, and he actually lives in that complex as one of the caretakers, so he will certainly be on the shows. We've released a whole string of hit singles for Anthony over the past few years, and every one that he puts out, he works very, very hard. They generally go internationally and nationally on radio and up into the charts. He's currently sitting at number 1 in the Oz Hot Tracks, and he's still on the international charts as we speak. He's currently working on a new album. Lindsay and he are recording today in town, and this is one of his older ones, which I wrote especially for him, and it will be on his new album called Bunyip Bounce.
Let's go with that. Terrific. Just love that. That's Anthony Baxter there, and Bunyip Bounce, written by Shaza Leigh. You are tuned in to Showcase, and it's great having you on board. Oz Radio Gold, simulcasting on Oz Country Music Radio and Allied International Radio. Shaza, I thought that we might talk about Allied International Radio and the opportunity that the artists that we do play here on our international show, and in particular our interviews, will be on podcast, and they're all available over there on Allied, and that is actually a .com station, isn't it?
It's a YouTube channel
Right.
that we've set up for Allied International Radio. So all of the artists can go in, or anyone can go in and listen to any of the podcasts. So they're up there for prosperity. We record all of these shows and we put them up so that anyone can go in and listen to any program at any time. This week, Peg's gone to great lengths to edit and upload the last 7 shows. So now each week we will put them up. Before they go up as a podcast, they're going to be sent around the world to other radio stations, so that we have partner stations that will be actually airing the international show as well. And then that podcast will be put up so it's preserved forever. So anyone that wants to go back and listen to any of the previous shows and the artists' interviews, it's all listed there on YouTube.
And it's just an additional effort that Star Central put together to promote their artists, and I just think it's fantastic. By the way, I received Craig Lloyd from you the last week, his new single, Burn So Bright. Now, his past 2 singles have got to number 1 that we've promoted here at Star Central with Thank You and I Call Australia Home. Honestly, I think this is as good. I really do.
The quality of Craig Lloyd's work is second to none. His recording quality, his vocal ability, and he just seems to have that unique sound that just stands up on radio. And I know we talk about that all the time, but Craig Lloyd is a true artist. And this single, it's different to the others, but it's still so Craig Lloyd. And it'll go all the way to number 1. There will be no doubt about it.
Yes, I agree entirely. Here it is, Craig Lloyd, Burn So Bright.
You're listening to a Star Central single release, available to radio stations around the world.
There were 2 young lovers living on a cattle run, building their lives together under the heat of the burning sun, holding hands like lovers do, singing a song that they both knew, dancing in time to their own tune. That's how their love grew. They burned so bright you could see it, they shone from within, you could feel it. Blue jean lovers from Tennessee, 2 hearts not afraid to dream. They burn so bright you could see it, they shone from within, you could feel it. Blue jean lovers from Tennessee, some things are just not meant to be. In a white wooden church, they made vows till the day they died. Life's not always certain, it can change in the blink of an eye. 2 years on, working on their farm. Out of the blue, she fell hard. Out of the saddle, before he knew it, she was gone. It burned so bright you could see it, they shone from within, you could feel it. Blue jean lovers from Tennessee, 2 hearts not afraid to dream. They burned so bright you could see it, they shone from within, you could feel it. Blue jean lovers from Tennessee, some things are just not meant to be. And he cries on his They shone from within, you can feel it. Blue jean lovers from Tennessee, two hearts not afraid to dream. They burn so bright you can see it. They shone from within, you can feel it. Blue jean lovers from Tennessee. Some things are just not meant to be. Just not meant to be. Just not meant to be.
The Star Central team thanks you for listening to another great artist.
What a great song. What a great song. Craig Lloyd, Burn So Bright. I just don't know how he puts all this fabulous talent together and has a full-time CEO job of a major council in Victoria. It's quite incredible, Shaza.
It is.
Yes. All right. We're going to go to Clayton Saunders now. And now I've been playing Clayton for some time. He's had some good songs out like God Knows and Black Sheep and Your Love. And when I saw Slim Dusty, I gravitated to it because I gravitate anything when it's got Slim's name in it, because I know Oz Radio Gold are so into the wonderful Slim Dusty and traditional country, and of course the association that Lindsay Butler had with Slim, being his lead guitarist for nigh on 17 years. And by the way, whilst I mention that, Paul Hazel over there in England wants me to send him the interview that I did with Lindsay. It goes for about an hour and a quarter, and he said, no, I'll put it on my show. I love it. So that was good.
That's very special.
Yeah, it is. So you can pass that on to Lindsay Butler. But anyway, so I contacted Clayton and said, look, I've listened to your song. It's great quality, and we love to align ourselves with anything that's Slim Dusty and his music does. He wanted to actually put out photos and that, but unfortunately they're registered and it's pretty hard to do that. So I said, no, just give us the Slim Dusty song and we'll go and promote that, and I'm sure Shaza will be delighted.
And Peg did a great job of the graphic for the
She
promotion
did.
of this track.
Yeah.
And from our point of view, it's really lovely to finally have a track to promote for Clayton, because over the years he's dabbled in a lot of different styles of music with his singles. For him to have a track that we can actually embrace and send to the world, and it still fits into the Australian radio, it is great to be finally able to do something for him as an artist.
Yes, okay. So we'll play Slim Dusty. We're going to get through a few songs because we had quite a few releases over the last couple of weeks, and we might go on to Greg Champion and Anne Fraser with that beautiful Oraroo Waltz. What do you think about that? That'd be a nice blending of those two songs together.
We will, a back-to-back. That'd be great, Mark.
Okay, let's go.
I never got the chance to meet Slim Dusty, oh, but I sure love his songs. Stories that celebrate our native land, so many timeless sing-alongs. Mr. David Gordon Kirkpatrick, wish you were still here. The king of Australian country music told us about the pub with no beer. Slim Dusty, Slim Dusty, the boy who lived his dream. Slim Dusty, Slim Dusty, his legacy reigns supreme. His traveling show kicked off back in 1954, playing large tents in 100 country halls. He sang about his mate Duncan and lights on the hill, waltzing Matilda his curtain call. He knew how to walk a country mile, a fair British balladeer for hire. His image stands proud on 2 postage stamps, a member of the British Empire. Slim Dusty, the boy who lived his dream. Slim Dusty, his legacy reigns supreme. Joy McKean, his partner both in life and music. Beloved children David and Dan, captured forever on the silver screen. The legend that is Slim Dusty the man. In 1983, when the space shuttle passed over Australia, Slim Dusty's version of Waltzing Matilda was beamed from space back to Earth. Slim Dusty, the boy who reached for the stars. Slim Dusty, 38 golden guitars. Slim Dusty, forever in our hearts.
You're listening to a Star Central single release, available to radio stations around the world.
You wore a dress made of velvet. You look the belle of the ball. The walls had been all decorated back in that old-time bush hall. The band played the old-fashioned dances. You were the queen of them all. The night was sprinkled with starlight when we danced the Orroroo waltz. You look so lovely in velvet. You won the hearts of them all. The night I fell for you back in that hall when we danced the Orroroo waltz. You say it's so long ago now. To me it seems no time at all. Since the night I fell for you back in that hall when we danced the Orroroo waltz. The band played the old-fashioned dances. You were the queen of them all. The night was sprinkled with starlight when we danced the Orroroo waltz. The night I fell for you back in that hall when we danced the Orroroo waltz.
The Star Central team thanks you for listening to another great artist.
Oh yes, fantastic. My old mate Greg Champion there and the beautiful Anne Fraser, and they blend together beautifully. And that's on the popular request on my programming. Do you know that, Shaza?
No, I didn't know that,
Yes.
but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no, they love it. And they all call out for, on Facebook, Carmela's calling out to Nigel Brockhoff, come on, let's have a waltz and all this sort of stuff.
It must remind them of having a dance, going to the dances in that era, because that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful, really is. And Greg's got another one coming out a little bit later on. I've got him to hold it off until this one gets a lot of airplay, and so he'll be coming to us with another single.
Wonderful.
Here is Vanessa Sanger. Now, this has been out for a little while now, but done very well for Vanessa, and we like it at our station as well.
It has. It was released a couple of months ago. It actually made it to number 2 on the traditional national chart.
Right.
It was held out by a great track by Diane Coombs, and those two tracks came out together. So they fought in the charts for supremacy. But both tracks were magnificent. We haven't had the opportunity to share this, but we really enjoyed Vanessa, and this is one of the originals that she wrote. Really enjoyed Vanessa Sanger's version of Reason to Cry.
Okay, let's play it.
You're listening to a Star Central single release, available to radio stations around the world.
His picture is still on the mantle, a memory she keeps deep inside. She still keeps a place at the table, although it's been years since he died. I guess that she just can't let go of the one that she loved all those years. Will she ever get over the parting? Will she ever get over the tears? A reason to cry, no one can deny. So hard letting go the one she loves so, the final goodbye. A reason to cry, don't understand why. She once had the best, now all she has left is a reason to cry. The coffee pot's hot every morning, the way that it always has been. The morning sun shines through the window, the start of a new day again. Another day living without him, another day trying to get by. You know the hardest of men can be broken if she's got a reason to cry. A reason to cry, no one can deny. So hard letting go the one she loves so, the final goodbye. A reason to cry, don't understand why. She once had the best, now all she has left is a reason to cry. She once had the best, now all she has left is a reason to cry.
The Star Central team thanks you for listening to another great artist.
Yes, Vanessa Sanger there, A Reason to Cry. You are tuned in to our showcase right here on Oz Radio Gold, Oz Country Music Radio and Allied International Radio.com. And as Shaza indicated, you can go to alliedinternationalradio.com and there you'll find the podcasts of our previous shows and this show today, of course. We're going to go to a new artist from Queensland, Miguel Rios now, Shaza, and the song is called Innocent Man. What can you tell us about Miguel?
This is a really interesting track. It's certainly not in the traditional country realm of music. However, it doesn't not fit either. We found it a really beautiful track. He's an interesting artist and he's certainly very unique. We really enjoyed this track and we were very proud to sponsor it and to promote it through Star Central. So we think we should just let everyone have a listen to it. It's a great song.
Yes, and also an inspirational song too, I feel. It's called Innocent Man.
You're listening to a Star Central single release, available to radio stations around the world.
Lord, this is a long, long road, and I'm carrying a heavy load. I'm a drinker, fighter, I carry a ton. Lord, that's where I'm coming from. Out with the boys, I act real cool. Truth is, I've been a real fool. I've fronted every court in the land. I plead, this is just who I am. I believe I'm an innocent man. No one listens. I'm sent down again. My time's nearly up. Soon I'll be free of a life that will be the death of me. I kneel before the precious Lamb who was nailed to a tree, an innocent man. Working in the blazing sun, I'll be grateful when this day is done. I gotta keep this pickaxe swinging to the beat of the song the boys are singing. Lord, only you can set me free. Everyone else has given up on me. My time's nearly up. Soon I'll be free of a life that will be the death of me. I kneel before the precious Lamb who was nailed to a tree, an innocent man. I pass my case to your higher power to plead for me in my final hour. Understand the pain of being an innocent man. My time's nearly up. Soon I'll be free of a life that will be the death of me. I'll kneel before the precious Lamb who was nailed to a tree, an innocent man. I'm an innocent man.
The Star Central team thanks you for listening to another great artist.
So that is the fabulous Miguel Rios, and we'll be talking to Miguel shortly on our Oz breakfast. Really looking forward to having an insight into that very deep, traditionally Christian song. and called Innocent Man. Very good. All right, Shaza, we've got Beverly not too far away, ringing us from Alabama in the United States about her beautiful song. Really looking forward to talking to her about her life in music. So we might meet up again next week at the same time.
We will. Thank you for having me, Mark. It's been a lovely chat as always. Really looking forward to listening to the Beverly Brown Sims interview, and we'll catch up with all our listeners next week.
And we might go out with a lady that does a lot of work behind the scenes, Peggy Gilchrist and Lindsay Butler, and this is called Gospel Road. Bye, Shaza.
Bye, Mark. Thank you.
Yes, the wonderful Lindsay Butler and Peggy Gilchrist there, and their Gospel Road. What a beautiful track that is. And you are tuned in to www.ozcountrymusicradio.com, simulcasting on Oz Radio Gold and Allied International Radio. Mark Eckel behind the microphone, and I'd like to introduce to you Beverly Sims from Alabama. Hi, Beverly.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. Well,
it's an absolute pleasure. We've been playing your music here at so many times. I'm afraid to admit, but it's a terrific song. Let me tell you what God will do, and it really has captured the imagination of lots of people, not only in the gospel realm, but just as a beautiful song that has life in it. It's terrific, and congratulations,
Absolutely.
Beverly.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let's talk about your life, because I'm really interested in what got you involved in music, Bev.
Well, I grew up listening to Southern gospel music. I have a musically inclined family. My grandfather played just about every instrument you could think of, banjo, mandolin, all that stuff. So I grew up in it. But when my son, Adam, at the age of 2, passed away in 2010, I'd quit singing at churches and things for a little over 6 years. and then God had put someone in my path to get me back singing for Him, and then I started winning these competitions, and then He put Jonathan Bond in my play, in front of me, and it opened all these doors that I never imagined would ever happen. So now, I've got my own song, Let Me Tell You, that was written by Jonathan Bond and I. And then we've got another song coming out, and that will be out next month, called It's Not Over.
Yes, it's
excited for you to hear that.
Yeah, and I can't wait to hear that as well. And it's very interesting, isn't it? It seems to be the staple diet of American singers that come from the country, that they're brought up in the church, and Southern Gospel in particular is a very popular genre, isn't it?
Actually, it really isn't anymore. It's kind of dying, and it's more the contemporary now. But that's where I would love to, help bring that back.
Yeah, well, I play it.
I'm very excited about it.
I play it, so I'm happy to bring you anything back that you want from that perspective. And actually, we've got a gospel chart, gospel and inspirational chart to try to get people to bring out more gospel, more traditional Christian music, and it's proved very, very popular. And you are one of those people that have come along and joined us in that. I suppose it's a drive to get that inspirational songs back into radio.
Absolutely. I know I'm very excited about that. I came in at number 5.
Absolutely, and I'm sure it'll be a lot higher next time, because that was only you're only in for a couple of weeks. Tell me this, Beverly, about the production side of things. Which studio do you use, and tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, I actually use His Choice Music, and that's based out of Cleveland, Tennessee, and that's Jonathan Bond and Michael Lee's studio. Jonathan Bond is my producer for those 2 songs, the Let Me Tell You and then It's Not Over, that will be coming out by my record label next month. And then Michael Lee is the engineer, so he engineered it.
Okay, lovely. Because it sounds beautiful, and I hope that you use the same producers next time, because what often happens is that these producers that do the music for you, and particularly if you keep on recording with them, they have an ear for your sound and what you want.
Right, absolutely. I know. I was very pleased and very blessed to be using His Choice Music. So I definitely am wanting to use them again when I record my next songs to make a full album.
Yes, because you're a full-time kindergarten teacher, aren't you?
I am full-time kindergarten teacher, that's right.
And how wonderful.
And school started back last week.
Yes, and how wonderful that is, because I bet you get the opportunity of sharing your music with the children.
I share it every single day. I'm always coming up with something new, something exciting, something fun. I mean, it could be it could be a rap song. It could be anything that intrigues the students to help them to comprehend the lesson. So I even throw my voice into an Australian accent because that's my favorite type of accent. So we have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I have a lot of fun with the American friends too, ringing through on our interviews. It's got to be fun. Sure. You've got to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it. That's my recipe.
That's exactly right.
And yes, you also have a bachelor degree in early childhood education. So tell me about that side of your life, because I would imagine that music would come into a bachelor's degree when you're talking and relating to children.
It would, but I just have my bachelor's degree in early childhood education, so that certifies me from being able to teach pre-K through 3rd grade. But yes, I could actually go back and get my master's in music. I haven't thought that far along about it yet, but I did start a music program 2 years ago voluntarily, where I have a music program for 3rd through 5th grade students. So I would do that after school. So it just gives, students an opportunity that don't play sports, things like that want to get out there and show their talent.
Yes.
So we have a lot of fun with that as well.
Well, I'm so pleased you found your road back to music after the tragedy of losing your son, because we've lost people in our family too, and people often say, they feel sorry for you, and but really the issue is nobody wants to lose their children before they go, do we?
No, absolutely not.
And
it's something that I never would have imagined in a million years could ever happen to me, but it happened. But now, God has given me this testimony, and I'm now going around, church after church and events after events, telling my story and what God has done for me and my family, and tell you how He took something so tragic and turned it into something so beautiful. And I include music when I go and I sing to uplift others and give other people encouragement.
And I bet you can feel Adam by your side every time you address people.
I absolutely do. And while I was going to school to get my education degree after Adam had passed away, the name of the building that I got I took all my classes in, the name of that building is called Adams Hall.
Oh.
So I consider that a God wink, yes.
Oh,
so I know
wow.
Adam was with me every step of the way. Yes, him and God.
How beautiful. That's a beautiful way to go out with our interview today, Beverly. I hope this is not the last time we speak. I've really enjoyed listening to this song. We're going to play it right now for everybody. And I think the important part of our interview is that people now have an insight as to what motivated you to write this song. And they'll think of Adam as I will every time I hear the song. Thanks, Beverly. And
absolutely. Thank you so much.
And I hope we meet again. I'm sure we will.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, we will.
This is Beverly Brown Sims and this beautiful music coming right your way now. And you'll hear it on podcast, so make sure you go over to Allied International Radio.
Let me tell you what God has done. Let me tell you where He brought me from. How He picks me up, how He made me whole, how He saved my soul. Let me tell you what God can do. What He's done for me, He'll do for you. Won't you give me just a moment? Let me tell you what God can do. There was Daniel in the lion's den, but my God rescued him. 3 Hebrew boys in the fire, they did not burn. And then Lazarus, when Jesus called him by name, he got up from the ground. He won't rise out of that grave. Let me tell you what God has done. Let me tell you where He brought me from. How He picked me up, how He made me whole, how He saved my soul. Let me tell you what God can do. What He's done for me, He'll do for you. Won't you give me just a moment? Let me tell you what God can do. My whole world had crumbled. Everything had gone wrong. A melody stopped playing. I lost my song. But when I called on Jesus, He turned my world around. I found a love like I've never seen, joy like I've never known. Let me tell you what God has done. Let me tell you where He brought me from. How He picked me up, how He made me whole, how He saved my soul. Let me tell you what God can do. What He's done for me, He'll do for you. Won't you give me just a moment? Let me tell you what God can do. Let me tell you what God has done. Let me tell you where He brought me from. How He picked me up, how He made me whole, how He saved my soul. Let me tell you what God can do. What He's done for me, He'll do for you. Won't you give me just a moment? Let me tell you what God can do. Won't you
Yes, and we didn't mention that I'm going to send that out to Darlene Fowler, the president of MC1 Nashville. That's the new label that has signed Beverly, and that's part of the Copper Lily label. So that's fantastic. Darlene, you've got a wonderful artist there for your company, and I'm sure you acknowledge that. I hope you've enjoyed today's program, everybody. Certainly enjoyed bringing it to you, and we'll be back next week with another showcase of Star Central artists. Bye for now.
There's no mountain too high, no river too wide. There's nothing I can't try when he's walking by my side. When this life I live seems all too much and the answers I can't find, I hand it over to the Lord and sleep on it that night. And when I awake next day, it seems it's all so crystal clear. I then wonder why I agonized when he's walking by my side. 'Cause there's no mountain too high, no river too wide. There's nothing I can't try when he's walking by my side. And at times I may not understand why a child can pass so young, how some can suffer so much pain and others feel alone. There are those who are still hungry and too many tears are cried, but we all can make a difference when he's walking by our side. 'Cause there's no mountain too high, no river too wide. There's nothing I can't try when he's walking by my side. No, there's no mountain too high, no river too wide. There's nothing I can't try when he's walking by my side.
Thank you for supporting the international show with Mark Eckel and Shaza Leigh. Proudly sponsored by Star Central and produced by Butler Gilchrist Productions.